Yo, it's good. You rocking with your boys are all rights reserved. As you saw, a lot of things are turned up in Philly. I got an upcoming live that is going to support the conversation and ideology behind this live. I'm gonna do quickly. It's not gonna be too long. I want to put this in though. Now, around a broken deal. So say right now that there was some type of confirmation that was made and someone had ideology of something being done sideways. Now we already seen Tentacion stand up to others. We seen him stand up to others. But what's crazy to me is that looking at this situation and looking at what's going on, what if this same ideology was with investigators, but it was vice versa? So instead of cops in scrutiny, what if it was literally a rapper in scrutiny? And how many people were actually well known to the officers? This is huge because we're looking at missing footage, missing video. Oh, we don't see that. Oh, we don't see this. Evidence not standing. Shout out to The Rock that keeps me solid. I got some people angry. You know, I like to freely talk. I don't talk to make anger. But, I don't try. I feel bad when that situation occurs. The same way, well, I can't say the same way because I really don't care if people are mad at me because I did the series. But, you know, everybody has a point where they're like, cut it out. So I get it. I just wanted to make a point. I just make points. I'm not here to cause um, a lashing out of someone or to cause disregard or to make someone feel like they're not welcome. Unless they're the snakes on a plane. I don't want no snakes on a plane. You already know. We don't do that. We don't do snakes on a plane. You're a snake. I gotta separate myself. Especially when you're here to bring down the nation and not uplift the nation. Yo, but let me say this quickly. I have an upload coming and I break it down. But I want you to think that way about what if deals didn't go through a certain way. The deal we publicly went through was the record deal in which he got paid for. And then to this date, we don't know how that stands. We don't know if that holds weight now that he's gone. We don't know if there was some type of, let's say, small print there. There's a lot that goes down with these situations. That's what you got to keep in mind. These are the things we're all looking at. These are the situations. Now, sliding on here, we're looking at another foundation, okay? And looking into this foundation, here's what I don't get. Unsecured websites. Secure and unsecure. Unsecure is just kind of there. Secure, it's paid for. The space is everything. It's validated. We don't see that a lot dealing with foundations. Like a secure website, everything's secure. Like you would for a system where somebody has something being paid for, like merchandise and stuff. Like it's just a very odd thing. It's very odd. And the more we're looking at this, the more we're looking at what if deals didn't go through a certain way and people are using certain methods to try and recoup what didn't go through. That's why we're looking at foundations very, let's say, detailed and looking for the scrutiny involved because these situations aren't normal. It's not normal. There's no way you're going to convince me that it's normal, this type of incident. These guys are scared to address other guys around them, yet so quick to violence with other guys around them, but even more fearsome of addressing authority abuse and quick to call someone this and that because, oh, they may support officers and stuff, but you're scared to even address what's going on wrong. So either you're helping the cause or you're hurting the cause. Do you think you're a help if you think this way? What do you think you affect truly around you? Philly shut down. I'm telling you right now, these dudes are riding around on a mission. You ain't seen no larger gang than authority if you mess with one of them. They are riding around ruthlessly. Like, they're just hunting. They're out on a hunt. And most of it is out of fear. You got to understand, they're in fear that, these six got hit. What if it's me next? So Thankfully, nobody else, no civilian was hurt. But if your issues with law and your record, why are you just attacking other people? That's what I mean to say. And I told you it's different here. I never heard of guys who just live their life running from the cops, ducking from the cops. Not that you can't, it's your decision, but I just don't, I've never heard of that. Because if they got an issue with the cops, they speak up, or sadly, it gets solved this way, which I'm not condoning it, but I'm not condoning civilian on civilian issues anymore when I know that some cops don't react how they should. They sit back and watch stuff happen and want to show up and clean up. They don't want to show up to protect and serve. They want to show up to clean up and serve whoever's around. And that's part of the problem. That's why these situations develop. I guarantee you this situation developed because of the lackluster performance of an officer that could have stopped it before it started. I'm telling you. That's how these situations begin. They want to give pass to certain people and condemn certain people, and the ones that are truly responsible slide through the cracks because they're looking to not have to address a situation. But they want to be quick to be aggressive in situations that hold down somebody or rectify addressing somebody just simply off of the fact that, oh, he's black, let me stop him. That's part of the problem. And when these problems are happening normally, this shouldn't shock you. There should be no shock to this type of situation, especially when you're oppressing people without reason. This is normal stuff, and I called this out decades ago. Even just speaking to people. I had a video a long time ago when I was doing local stories. Listen, I would be doing another local story, except, it doesn't fit the parameters because of the crime committed. I can't speak on things a certain way because I can't be objective about it because what happened was wrong. I mean, what was done was even wrong, but these are stories of authority abusing and beating up someone and covering it up. Like, you can't move that way. Move legit or don't move at all. And you guys don't address situations that are deserving, but for everybody else, this is what happens. People get tired of that. They get tired of being ignored, but you want to let criminals go, so they say you're the problem. And then they come for you. I'm telling you, man, authority just have no clue of how they're oppressing and not executing the laws they set forth. This is going to lead to more violence in the future against authority. And they're trying to duck and hide instead of stop the violence before it starts. Like, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Think of that ideology in terms of what we're looking at. We're looking at a situation that is honestly no different. I'm pretty sure that they knew, if they're telling me these suspects had such lengthy histories, some of their records, I'm looking at, how were they free? Because I know the time you'd be doing the same crimes. Like, there's people out here barely doing anything. You're quick to pull them over because you know they're not violent criminals. But you're hesitant to pull over someone who's a violent criminal. That's wrong. That's wrong. You're trying to quickly rush to pull over everyday working people because you can get some money. But you don't want to stop a criminal or stop a real threat because it's going to involve some work. So you took the easy way out, and they easily found a situation to harm you. That's the problem. You're thinking riding around recklessly now is going to address the situation. It's not. You're riding around ruthlessly. All it's going to do is put you in a situation to hurt an innocent person because you can't target in on a criminal the way you should when they're actually doing criminal things. Oh, that's barely a misdemeanor. But if you address it and everything that's being done as bad behavior, you do it. You get it right. But the rest of y'all are just reckless riding around. That's the problem. You don't understand there's certain people that possess the rights to carry, but you don't stop the people who's carrying illegally. Or you let them ride through and just presume, oh, what they said was good. These guys get their freaking family to cover their tracks, and that's okay. How's that acceptable in the court of law? Last time I checked, when you guys want someone to really go down, you don't acknowledge random family speaking. You're telling them to shut up. That's how I know it's fake. That's how I know it's fake. And that's how I know this is just the beginning. Honestly, this is just the beginning. Sadly, but it's the truth. Authority have been oppressing and not doing what they should have been doing for a long time now. A long, long time. You guys haven't been doing what you should have been doing a long time. This is the outcome. And I'm telling you now, I called this. I said it. I said it's different here. To a lot of other people in other states, you guys are scared to do it. You want to hurt a person, but you're scared to hurt a cop. You're scared. You see the mindset here. And ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared. These guys scared want to do a crime, want to do harm, but scared to go to jail. Scared to get them bars slammed on them. That's fake. You're a fake then. You're fake. If you ain't going to wrestle with a cop like you'd wrestle with a person, what are you out here for? That's being honest. Because you want to fight. So fight with the people sent out here by law to fight with you. That's coward stuff. I'm telling you, yo. Y'all aren't built the same. That's a fact. Y'all aren't built the same. Y'all run. I told you, what did I say at the beginning of the series? I ain't never ran from a cop. I don't know many dudes who have. They're sitting there, they'll argue with them. They'll plead their innocence. They ain't running. What am I going to run for? Because you wear a badge. You're still a human being with an outfit on. Come on. You guys just aren't built the same, and I was telling you. Now you're seeing a little bit of how it goes down. It's all cowardly stuff. Yeah, and they take my tax money. I expect them to go out and do my job. I expect you to go catch the criminal. When you're dancing around the criminal, that's what happens. The criminal brings it to you. That's how it should be. Because you want to dance around, let people go off of miscellaneous things. I have so many stories. Let people go because you know them. Let people go because of other stuff. And they're violent criminals. Criminals that have done things, that have attacked women, threatened children, coward stuff. Like straight cowards, straight poom poom boys. We gonna give you that. I'm gonna use that Jamaican slang, straight poom poom boys, and you want to pat them on the back. Get out of here. Acting like women, womanly built, feminine actions, and you want to support them. Panty thieves, you want to support them. That's how y'all move. You're probably wearing a set of panties, a lingerie under your outfit. Not even a woman wearing lingerie under your outfit. Stop playing. I know how you guys move, and that's why people call out how tacky y'all are. And I wasn't joking about it. Like, really, these guys are wearing lingerie under their uniform. Get out of here. Leave that to the female cop. Other than that, stop playing. It's how you move that allows these people to do that. You guys move crazy. You move crazy. You move so tacky and crazy. That's a fact. And you guys target people off of discrimination and then try and lie about it. All of that's coming back to you. This is just the beginning. I'm telling you, you should do the right thing if you're wearing that uniform. You don't have room for error because someone's lives rest in your hand. Now, because you did it that way and you ain't seasoned at stopping the criminals are knocking you down, running over you. Running over you. That's crazy. Now you gotta block bridges off, ride around with machines. Like now you want war. You should have had war on a criminal before they committed the next crime. That's the problem. You give slaps on the wrist to these guys that want to threaten the weaker, but then when two real people link up, you want to throw them in jail. Like, that's weak, man. It's just weak. And because y'all move that way, I'm telling you, it's 6 this time. I guarantee you it's going to be a lot more next time because you guys just move funny. Do your job right. Stop harassing civilians working jobs that are doing things that aren't threatening people, that aren't doing weird stuff. Stop threatening them. Go after the people that are a threat, that do pose a threat to people. And stop going for the civilian that ain't threatening nobody. Don't mess with nobody. Sticks to himself, goes to work, comes home. Leave them alone. That's what happens when you're messing around with them. Eventually, they either a criminal gets in his mind, the cops are weak, they rock you. Or a civilian gets in his mind, I'm tired of this, and he rocks you. You guys are shooting so many innocent people, unarmed people, that you can't handle an armed person. That's a fact. You You can't handle when someone's armed and ready for war, but you could take out someone who's innocent and unarmed and then make an excuse. That's what y'all specialize in. We know your type. We know your type. Behind the scenes, if they knew what you were doing, would they even put respect on your name as law? Never. You know this. This is nothing new. You know this. Bottom line. Dang. Hey, what's up, everybody? Shout out to CommenterNation, the greatest nation since United Nation. I'm just keeping that 100. You guys rather stop and hurt people for no reason that are going about their day, ain't threatening nobody, ain't sending nothing threatening, ain't doing none of that. And then you get mollywopped by a criminal. That's what happens. Your sword's not sharpened. You're shooting so many unarmed people, hurting so many unarmed people, that you can't hurt people that are actually trying to hurt you. Because you're not built for that. You're not built around it. Your mind's not built for it. Your mentality's not there. Your sword is dull. Your sword is dull. That's why. Look in history how war was prepped. Look how they prep. And learn something. Because you're built funny right now. You guys be built funny. Y'all really do. I mean, I got stories for days. Beating up teenagers, young black teenagers. Like, I mean, as a group. Any man that needs another man or a weapon to do battle, that doesn't make sense. They're unarmed. That's what I expect from suckers. Straight up suckers in lingerie. I expect that. I expect a woman to behave that way. That's crazy. You guys gotta behave that way. The stories are endless. It's crazy. And I presume Tentacion was calling out that very thing he did with those thoughts in mind, and someone didn't like it. Bottom line. But that's what you do. How do you get mad at something you actually do? How do you get mad at a way you actually live your life? If you live your life like a sucker, doing sucker things, how do you get mad when someone calls it out? Don't behave that way. What type of upbringing did you have? You could say it wasn't good, but you should be man enough to figure some things out. You're that stupid? You're not stupid enough to say, I ain't do nothing, I'm innocent. You're not dumb enough to say that. So don't be dumb enough to make an excuse. Be who you are and do what is right. Why these guys want to do funny stuff? So forceful, and I gotta, like, you guys are lames, and y'all time is coming. Just like these cops, y'all time's coming. I'm telling you. It's only a matter of time, because y'all built too funny to stay around people who want to keep it real. You're too funny built. You're too funny, scared of jail, scared of prison, run from the cops, but want to do crime. When the cops pull up, want to do crime. Run. Oh, those the cops. Coward stuff. Stay in your ground. Stay in your lane. If you're scared to run, don't do a crime. Behave then. What's wrong with them? They want to play both sides. Oh, I got a cop friend. Lame. Lame. What are you doing? Are you serious? You're built that funny? Who built you that funny? That's how I know these guys are panty wearers, panty thieves. Trade out your boxers for some panties. Trade out your Hanes boxers for some, I don't even know a brand of panties, for some Victoria's Secret panties. Because you guys are cowards and lames. Been that way. What defines them is every other man around them. It ain't them. Coward. Oh, the weapon I got this. Coward. Y'all been shooting unarmed people all the time here. And now you want to complain because criminals actually did a battle with cops and won. You were aiming at unarmed people. Do you know how many unarmed shootings you have? It's off the radar. It's off the radar. It has grown 50 to 75% increase. That's sickening. You think someone wasn't getting tired of cops randomly attacking their unarmed family? Come on. It's because you guys are sloppy. No, y'all sloppy. Y'all sloppy as these suckers in the panties. Y'all are sloppy. Sloppy. Built funny, move funny, act funny, then want to talk tough. Be who you are. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And don't try and change it up now. Be who you always were. These guys done did the most and then want to act like they're new. You ain't different. You're the same sloppy mess you were. What are they talking about? Man, swooping teenagers. Gotta swoop somebody to win a... Like, I ain't never seen that. I seen friends staying around to watch they back, but I ain't never seen them swoop. After, like, these guys, they try and say, oh, that's how it's always been. You guys always been cowards then. You always been a coward. What are you talking about? Dang. Always been built funny. It's nothing new. I'm just telling y'all what has been and what is. It's crazy, man. And then they try and validate it. There's nothing valid about this. Y'all still funny. Ain't nothing valid. Ain't nothing valid. You put that badge on, be squeaky clean. Don't be riding around protecting the pedophiles and doing weird, just crazy stuff. Like, I'm telling you, man, these guys be funny. They be protecting the worst of the worst, but then want to point, oh, they're not violent though. They're harming kids. How are they not violent? Like suckers. There's too many suckers. You got to stay sucker free, yo. Y'all got to stay sucker free out here. To the women, stay sucker free. I'm telling you, these dudes really be suckers on the real. They be suckers on the real. For real, for real. And then when I talk about another place, you know how it rocks. And you know y'all ain't moving that way. Stay sucker free. Stay on your grind. It's different. I've been talking about this stuff, yo. I've been telling y'all this type of stuff was going to happen. That's what makes me most angry, because I was talking about it. Then y'all see it happen. Everyone's like, oh, now they're trying to ride around for war. You should have been doing that. If you had an issue with the criminals, you should have been riding around. No, we really got a problem now because they got to one of us. Oh, get out of here. You protect and serve yourselves off of our tax money. That stops. That stops. Here and now, it stops. Protect and serve every day. Stop waiting for a tragedy to do your job. We see you guys sitting up in certain places, not doing work, sat back in the cut just with your feet up, trying to catch people speeding. Get out there and stop crime since you signed up for it, Scruff McGruff. What are you talking about? You guys just be skipping what you need to do. That's why it never gets done, and you make excuses after it doesn't get done. I'm off this. Get ready for the upload. Talking in detail about backdoor deals, and every backdoor deal has a power source. You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. Your favorite rappers time, your favorite movie stars time, your favorite time. We in the building, all rights reserved.